Hey everybody, it's me, Marina Martinez-Bateman. I'm the CEO of New Coyote Consulting. We are an equity and communications consulting firm here in the Pacific Northwest. I am coming at you from my office because we finally got the heat fixed. Oh my gosh. It was such a drama, y'all. Like, the heater went out. And my electrician, who's great, love him. I will recommend him to anyone. Just DM me. I will give you his contact information. He came over, gave me a brand new heater, fixed some other things he found in this office. If you or someone you love is ever thinking, should I do my own wiring? I want you to imagine everything that you love burning down. And then get a goddamn electrician, please, for Jesus Christ's sake. The person who owned our house before us did a bunch of his own wiring, and he did it very wrong, and it's been an ongoing battle for the 5 years that we've owned this house. Please, please, please be responsible. Do not do your own wiring. Electricians exist for a reason, and they're great. I don't know if you have some sort of cowboy fantasy about like prairie living, but this is Portland, and we are a city, and please hire someone to do their job. Holy God. So right after the new heater was installed, everything was going good. Then the power went out to the entire office. And as recently as yesterday morning, we couldn't get it back on. We called our electrician back. He's amazing. He came right back and he was working on it. And he was like, basically the power keeps shutting itself off so that your house doesn't burn down. Thanks, power, for keeping us safe. And here's how much it would cost to fix it. And that was a number we could not afford. And, I said, we've had a rough January. I think everybody has. Almost everyone I've talked to has had a rough fucking January. So if you're feeling, like a failure, at least I can tell you that you're not alone. Fuck January, man. And so I was already really just down on everything. Feeling really low. Back to counting our operating in days in terms of like how long we can survive. Thinking about different things that we can do. We do have options. And obviously we're still, going out, finding clients, signing them up. I don't actually at this point now, here for the afternoon after yesterday morning where I was feeling at my lowest point, I actually feel fine now. I feel much better. Some things have changed. We're not out of the woods yet, but I can just see a tunnel. I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. That is not how I felt yesterday morning. And when our electrician told us that he was not going to be able to put the power back on for anything less than this amount that is reasonable, but something we can't afford, I just felt the bottom go out. And like, I had been talking about literally keeping the lights on in private conversations for a couple of weeks. And I was like, I literally can't keep the lights on. And I just said, how much would it cost to make sure that it's safe and it doesn't burn down, to cut off the electricity to that building forever, or, forever. It can be reversed, obviously. But I was like, how much does it cost to just cut off the current, make sure it's not unsafe, safety comes first. And he was like, $500. And so I paid that. And I just was like, this is it, man. Like, every single day, it felt like there was some reason that I shouldn't continue. And it was I just felt heavy. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Now I don't even have a place to work. Our house is really small. It's not feasible for 2 adults to work in the house at the same time. I was looking at our outlay. I was like, at this point, it's going to cost us more for me to have a business than it is if I literally quit and do nothing. I was just feeling really, really, really bad about myself. And I sat there and I was like, Ben Horowitz talks about, he has an acronym for it, but it's like, we're fucked, it's over. And that's a part of startup life. It is. And I've done enough startups to know that, but it just felt really true this time. And then my electrician called me back and he was like, I can do something for you. I can do something that will safely keep the office operating. And it is not a solution that you can have for the long term. So you basically have 3 months to get that money and fix this shit. But here it is. And it's like, at first I wanted to be like kind of upset because it feels like everything I do, I get a very temporary reprieve. But that's life, isn't it? Right? Like everything you do, you get a very temporary reprieve and then you have to figure something else out. And I do love a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. There's something about making shit harder to do that I just gets my heart going. And so in the span of like 15 minutes, I went from, this will be better when I get my office back, to, oh shit, we're closing, to, we're back in business. And then other things happened after that that have made me feel much restored. We're by no means in like what I would consider to be a good place, but we're getting there. And I just feel hopeful again, and I feel slightly better about life again. And my intention for this week was to listen to my body, and I actually have through all of this. It's been so stressful. And like after that whole office thing where I thought we were going to lose the office and we resolved it, I checked my schedule. I made sure I didn't have anything coming up, and I just went and took a 2-hour nap because it was exhausting, that emotional back and forth. Like that 30 minutes was the most high cardio 30 minutes I had all week. So, yeah, taking care of myself this week has looked like a lot of sleeping, and I feel so much better physically and emotionally right now that I know it was the right decision. And I've been able to be responsive and active and helpful and compassionate and, clear with everyone around me as a result of me taking care of myself. And I think that that's just a really big gift. And I think that, one of our competitive edges in this market as a small firm without a lot of resources, one of our competitive edges is that we are able to hold space for people, and we are able to show up for people, and we're able to do sort of like mind work when a lot of other people are extremely burnt out. And that is all down to the fact that we have a schedule that lets us take care of ourselves. And if I mess that up, I'm messing up our bottom line to an insane degree. So that's what I have to say. What were your intentions for the week? Put them down below. Remember to have a weekend. Nobody's going to give you a weekend. Nobody's going to come and close that laptop for you. Nobody's going to put that motherfucker in the closet. Go have a weekend. I understand it's new lockdown. We're having higher levels of safety and everything, but do something safe that makes you feel good. You deserve to feel good. Bye, everybody.